thank you very much for taking part. Would you mind taking a minute to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the organization you represent?
Sure. Pierre Gratton, I'm the President and CEO of the Mining Association of Canada, based in Ottawa. We represent Canada's mining producers, so are very active on the Canadian scene in terms of representing the industry, being the voice of the industry at the national level. And we work on all sorts of areas of public policy, and increasingly we have an international focus within that. That's really why I'm here.
What kind of membership do you have? What numbers are you?
We have 39 full members. All full members. These are mining companies with operations in Canada, producing a wide range of commodities from base metals to precious metals to diamonds to iron ore to metallurgical coal, uranium, and oil from the oil sands. So a real mix of commodities with members operating in pretty well every jurisdiction in Canada.
If I understand correctly, you have a unique program known as Towards Sustainable Mining, TSM. And if I'm not mistaken, most of your membership it's broadly been endorsed and implemented in their reporting.
It's actually a conditional membership. All members of MAC have to implement our program called Towards Sustainable Mining. And it's a system where addressing sort of key aspects of mining operations that are important to people and critical to the environment. And so every year they evaluate how they're doing against a range of performance criteria and report those results publicly. And every third year they have those results verified by a third party to ensure that what they're reporting is accurate. So it's a pretty rigorous system that has been around now for 10 years, and it's really in the last couple of years that it's starting to get a lot more attention, including outside Canada.
So in that sense, when you read those indicators, are you able to actually validate the impact on local communities, for example?
Well, it looks at how well mining companies at the site level, and this is actually something that makes TSM unique. There's no other system like it in the world in mining. You're evaluating at the site level how well, for example, are the mine sites engaging with the local communities, their Aboriginal communities. How do they provide assistance to those communities if they need it to help them engage with the company? Do they have systems in place to address concerns that communities might have, issues that may arise, anything from dust control to noise level to employment issues, have some kind of so it's to really help the industry put in place what we consider to be good practices, and that of course is critical to earning and maintaining your privilege to operate.
I see. So this has been in operations for 10 years. You must have some pretty good sense of across the continuum of who's really demonstrating leadership in this sense, or does it sort of express that type of?
Well, you can actually look at performance.
Sorry.
You can actually look at performance across company mine sites within a company, and you can compare mine sites across many companies and to see how they're doing. But in terms of leadership, what we've noticed is over the last 10 years we're able to demonstrate progress across the board for the industry, and that's available. It's publicly available on our website. You're able to sort of show how the industry has been improving in these critical areas like tailings management, like energy management, like community engagement.
I see.
And I'll be honest, across the industry, some are leaders in some areas, and others are leaders in other areas.
I see.
And it's hard to say, is there one company out in front across the board?
Does it fit into the equator principles and what have you? I mean, are they complementary types?
In many ways it is. In fact, what our system has done is it's provided the tools to operationalize the IFC standards and the Equator Principles.
I see.
So it's like an ISO 14000 system for mining. It's it's a management system approach largely with some specific targets built in that allows companies to actually demonstrate that they're doing what they've committed to.
Very interesting. So, I guess here we are at Mining Indaba, and I'm curious how you found your experience here and what you're taking back to Canada based on your time so far.
Well, I've really enjoyed it. I'm here largely with a policy interest, and it's a trade show and there's business being done, but there's also a lot of discussions around some of the critical policy issues facing the industry around relationships with communities, for example, or environmental issues, and so I'm certainly finding it a good place to have those kinds of conversations, to see what the industry is doing, and share what we have to offer through TSM and through other work that we've done to help the industry improve how it operates.
One last question. Really appreciate your time expressing your different points of view here. The trip over.
Yeah.
I was wondering what your experience with Ethiopian Airlines.
With Ethiopian Airlines. Well, I got to be in business class for the longest leg, and it's probably the best food I've ever had on an airplane. I'll say that to them. And it was very, very nice service, very, very nice people. So yes, it was very. Unfortunately, for the rest, I was in economy class, and that is like most economy classes. You don't differentiate as much when you're back in the back of the bus.
Thank you very much for your time, and appreciate your willingness to share your point of view.
All right, thank you.